Hello guys, welcome. We're going to be looking at some games from MLG right now. I am probably really fatigued. By probably fatigued, I mean I am very fatigued. I have slept approximately 2.5 hours in the last 36. It's part of the glories of being me. I don't sleep, plus my shoulder's annoying. So we're going to go ahead and watch these guys playing. We're with some people you should definitely know. EGIdra, Evil Genius's infamous Idra. Very, very strong Zerg player. I'll talk a lot about him in a moment. But let's take a look down here in the bottom left. It's going to be LiquidTyler, none other than Liquid Noni, or Nooni back in Brood War. Everyone laughed. There's sort of a StarCraft joke of how Noni pronounced his own name wrong because he pronounced Nooni when it was N-O-N-Y. So that's just a little funny aside about Tyler / Noni. But he also won the TSL 2 in Brood War, which is huge. You can see that he was in the TSL 3. One of the few players that was actually in every single of the TSLs. I think him, Mondragon, and White Raw might be some of the only ones. Braddock might have been as well, and come to think of it. I think Braddock was in the TSL 3. I want to say he might have been, but either way, all these guys are incredibly strong, and there's our games from MLG Colombus, which is always very cool, because I can tell you right now, I haven't been able to see a single casted game. So by me casting these games, it's how I'm watching the games. So this is going to be a great surprise to me. I really know almost nothing about the tournament. We just found out today who won. I'm not going to spoil it in case no one actually is aware of it who's watching, or anybody, as I'm sure most people are. But right now, we are seeing Idra going for a hatchery first. Idra is actually another one. Oh, he was another player that's actually in all the TSLs, come to think of it. Yeah. In fact, Idra and Noni had some really interesting games in TSL 2 that I saw, playing each other twice. So if you want to go check those out, definitely do it. People don't know Brood War, definitely should. It's the best game of all time, without a doubt. StarCraft 2 is getting up there, but so far, Brood War still has the cake. Right now, it looks like Tyler's doing everything pretty much normally. We'll see exactly when he's going to get a second gas and what's going to get after that cybernetic score to see really where his plans are. But right now, Idra is showing for economic gameplay right now because of the hatchery first, and you do see him getting spawning pool and then the extractor. So we're not going to see anything crazy. There's no ridiculous cheeses that are happening so far. We can look back in here and see that Tyler does have both of these simulators upgrades coming up. So probably going to see normal gameplay. Odds are 3-gate expand. It is PvZ. It's a very stable build that a lot of people like to do. Although on this map, I have heard some talk about a supposedly unstoppable Ling Roach all-in from Zerg against the 3-gate expand. Excuse me. I'm not quite sure how it's working, but just throw it out there that there are possibilities along those lines. At the very least, if it's not impossible to stop, it is very hard to stop. I'm sure there are ways to stop. There's ways to stop whoops. There are ways to stop everything. Yeah, by the way, my camera movements are getting better than before. I'm getting used to doing this whole lefty trackpad type of style of camera. You can see how whenever I move the cursor, it's always like short and jerky things. But it's because I don't have a right hand at the moment, so I'm doing what I can. So it looks like Tyler actually... Oh, he still didn't manage to kill off that drone. So this drone is staying... There we go. Finally gets taken out, but we can see that Idra's getting a fairly strong economy as this is going on. No Zergs are in production, it's just straight up Queens. You can see that 2 links are already out, and it's only 2 links, and right now we've got them running around on scouting areas of the map just to make sure Tyler isn't going to do anything along the lines of insane cheese, but it is not going to be going. And, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and, okay, I told him not to talk to me while I was casting this game. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore that. That's a good guy, though, so I'm something against him. So it's, actually, he's also an admin on Zerg.com. So I'm just going to use that to say a brief shout out to Z33K.com. Good people, good stuff. You can create your own tournament there if you want to. But Tyler, there we go. 3-gate expand. We are seeing this Nexus being thrown down. And right now, Tyler has a little bit of lead in the workers, 27-26. Nothing major, but I'm pretty sure that we look at the production tab, Idra's going to go right ahead with that. Oh my god, 8 drones that are coming in. So yep. So just as you're looking at the small lead that Noni has, it's going to go immediately away as it's just also throwing down a Roach Warren and an Evo chamber. So that is rather unfortunate for Tyler that you can see the work count is now all of a sudden very much in Idra's favor, 32-28 as the extractor goes down. Looking down here, yep, Idra's scouting. He sees the Nexus. Now this is something that Idra does excellently. Really strength of his, the fact that he definitely scouts well with his links. He's running around them constantly. Really makes use of all Xenos as effectively as they possibly can. Alright, so now right now seeing Tyler doing a little bit of poking in with only a couple sentries and a single zealot. This could be really Okay, please stop messaging me. Now, okay, so we are having all of these links coming up. By the way, the only reason why I'm not busy right now is because of the fact that I'm actually also hoping that a lesson of mine is going to be coming in. But let's run around and see that these sentries are going to come back. Basically, just a feint. You can see how EGIdra made all of these, all those links and all that defending against this attack, but Tyler pulling back just in time. He didn't really look at the units lost tab. He killed almost nothing in that attack. But look at the Zerg counts now 24, and Tyler's only one behind with the drones. It's a very, very well-timed little push that forced all these links out of EGIdra because of this threat of those sentries and the force fields. If Tyler had gotten a force field on the ramp and then just had that force, he could almost outright kill EGIdra with reinforcements. He'd be able to endlessly force field the ramp. He could kill units as they popped out of the larva, and his sentries are really good against drones, because drones are bad against just about everything. And with the reinforcement stalkers coming from Tyler, it could actually be an automatic win. But I do want to point out, this is a very nice move. I've seen a lot of the Terran players doing this with supply depots, walling off their front, and then allowing this to just help with their forcing the other enemies towards them. Although you can see it's kind of vulnerability, as it is all their supply, banelings, lings, and muta harass, all that is a prime target. And right now, actually, Tyler is a little bit supply block. We do see him, though, with blocking on his back door. It's going to allow him to actually almost immediately fix that supply block. It's not a huge deal. EGIdra is also running with his links. He's now managed to take out the goal. So he could take this as his third if he's feeling greedy. But he might want to go ahead and take this backdoor third just to be safe. We'll see exactly how he's going to play this out. He does have a lot of links. It's a lot of map presence. And you can see that the Roach forces are starting to go up as well in number. I was also researching the melee attacks. Definitely a sign that he wants to use these links a lot more in the future. That really is going to increase the strength of their run bys and get the middle lines. When you have the +1 attack, probes get demolished so quickly. And oh my god, EGIdra might. Oh no, woo, he actually got speed very quickly. That's going to allow him to save that Overlord. But now all these links are going to run around. Actually, the full surround on that Stalker and Zealot. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out. And EGIdra's coming in with more units. So he's actually going to go ahead and start targeting a few probes, it seems. No, he's going right to the main base. And Tyler with oh, he actually misplaced that warping. So those links were able to actually get in. So now, oh, EGIdra's got a full-on scout on all these gateways from Tyler. You do see the 6 gateway count. No robo or anything, but there we go. The probes are going to clean up those links. Few probes go down, but you can see the unit station not. Oh, actually bigger than I think 38 to 51. It's kind of significant. We can see that EGIdra's now killed 3. So. Not a ton were killed, but EGIdra's now getting up to gold. Really going for economy. Tyler's a huge gateway force counts, a lot of force field stalkers, and wow, his sentry count is massive. You can see 11 sentries. This is looking to be very, very solid. A couple force fields, and he'll be able to get some free units. There we go. Gotta be careful though. Nice. We'll lock off those roaches, and EGIdra is just turning around attacking with those few. Gonna do the damage that he can, but really, he's essentially free units. Those force fields cost nothing for Noni right now with those counts. Now we're seeing him attack, and with some more great force fields. He has basically endless force fields with all these sentries. Oh my god. And he can just position his army perfectly to have the maximum damage done and the least amount of damage taken. This is looking very, very solid play from Oni. Oh no, he let out 4 roaches that he could have killed. But he's going to take out a few of those overlords. Maybe supply block EGIdra if he can get enough of them, but if he can just do more damage, he might take out this gold. He's doing really well with this attack. Roaches are in there, but there's probably not enough in number. But the sentry count is getting damaged a great deal. So EGIdra is not exactly aren't going to be unable to hold this. He's really playing this quite solidly. All these guys are really continuing to do the attacking, but the problem is for Noni, he doesn't have the force fields yet right now because he's trying to macro as well with all this attack. See, EGIdra's money is tiny during all this, but the stalker count is just too much. Although all the sentries are gone, that is really all that EGIdra wanted. He wanted to take away that sentry count, but now he's got to deal with this stalker ball. There are a lot of speed roaches that are coming in to deal with these guys. Probably going to push him back. But without the force fields, EGIdra should be able to to hold this quite effectively. He's going to stay on the creep, and yep, there it is. Whoops. So he's going to hold quite well. 51 drones, 38 probes. You can see that EGIdra is now even getting banelings out. So very interesting move from him. Does he have the centrifugal hooks? Where is that baneling nest even? There's the baneling nest. So the centrifugal hooks are researching. So definitely a solid play from EGIdra. At the end of the attack, it might have been LiquidTyler being a little bit more overzealous than he probably should have been. Or I think I said that should have been overzealous. So being a little overzealous. He's definitely behind the food count by a little bit, not by a ton. But keeping the pressure on EGIdra is something you have to do. You can see he's got 58 drones. He just drones up so much. His economy is always really strong, and he's got that gold. He's rallied all of his hatcheries to the gold. What is actually his mineral income? He's got basically the perfect amount of units right now to mine his minerals. Yeah, a little over 16. Definitely solid. He's getting more and more and more. Looks like he's actually going to go for attack right now into the natural expansion of Tyler. But Tyler's got a lot of units in here, but no sentries. No sentries. That means no force fields against these banelings. They have centrifugal hooks, and then a +2 attack. That's a lot of damage to do. 43 versus like 24 versus everything else. But the splash damage means it's going to affect a lot of units. But there are a few morals. They will do a good job of tanking the hits. But the Zealots will get decimated by those banelings. And here we go. It looks like it's going to be a really, really big push. We got to deal with those. Oh god, no force. You can see those banelings are just waiting to explode against everything. And oh my god, the splash damage was insane. The Immortal is still alive though. Immortal's going to keep wreaking havoc on those roaches. But there was, oh my god, it was actually targeting down the Immortal. And now, the army for Tyler is getting very, very, very diminished. It was in a really, really command spot. 40 food, 50 food lead. It's gonna pull away for the moment, but Tyler is really not looking too good right now. By the way, his real name is Tyler Wazaleski. I'm pronouncing that so horribly wrong, but that's why it's LiquidTyler, not LiquidNonia, I guess. Now we're having the roaches are going to go in. I'm sorry, now sniping off that Immortal. The Immortal's doing a lot of damage to them, but the Lynx are now in, and they're going to go ahead and take away that Immortal really easily. 5 kills on this Immortal is going to get taken out as Banelings are going to roll in on the right side and get a completely good flank. All of those, the Zealots, the Banelings will come in. This looks like it's going to be it for Tyler. This is going to be way, way too strong, and there's GG from Tyler. It's just going to go up 1-0, and we're going to move on to the next game. Thank you guys for watching. That was quite cool.